About half of the nation's Hispanic population is eligible to vote. And with nearly 40% of Texas's population being made up of Latinos, the state holds the second highest number of eligible Hispanic voters in the country. However, high eligibility numbers don't necessarily mean high voter turnout numbers. According to the U.S. Census Bureau election demographic numbers, less than 30% of Hispanics who have registered to vote in Texas since 2010 end up casting their vote. Fernando Sanchez, the vice president of the League of United Latin American Citizens chapter at the University of North Texas, says it's because Hispanics don't grow up with the voting culture.
One of my biggest things as, getting people to register to vote is like, I don't care who you vote as long as you're in the process, right? As long as you're doing it. And I think this is just like me trying to create a habit for that our community that every first Tuesday of November, let's go vote.
Nonpartisan organizations such as LULAC and JOLT are trying to change that culture by informing Hispanics about the election process, the candidates, holding voter registration drives, and carpooling to the voting booths. At UNT, where nearly 25% of the student population is made up of Latinos, these two organizations have come together to get young Hispanics politically involved and to start a new generational habit.
I think it's important for Jolt and LULAC to just come together as one and, to get the word out to go and vote. Latinos, we need you to vote, whether it's coming and knocking on their doors, sending them letters, sending them emails, going around to different schools, different organizations that have a lot of Hispanics and Latinos. And so, I think it's just very important for us to do that.
Jennifer Graciano, the president of the JOLT chapter at UNT, says being a member of these organizations makes students more aware of issues affecting their community.
I feel like not a lot of people are aware of political situations.
JOLT offers pledge cards for people who are of or about to become of legal voting age.
You get text messages and it just makes it easier for you to stay informed.
Some members of JOLT have even gotten deputized so they themselves can register students to vote, and after the voting registration period passes and early voting begins, the focus changes to get Latinos to follow through with their voting. If you're a part of the Latino community who isn't eligible to vote, but you still want to be politically active, don't worry, you still can. By writing letters to your elected officials and voicing your concerns and your opinions, by educating yourself on issues affecting your community, and by getting those who are eligible to vote out to go and do so. UNT's Director of Latino and Latina Mexican American Studies, Professor Valerie Martinez-Evers, says that the impact young Latino voters have was seen on the 2018 midterm elections.
In Tarrant County, which has been a safe Republican county since I can remember, in the last election went for Beto O'Rourke. And the analysis done by Latino Decisions, looking at the verified votes, showed that it was Latino voters between 18 and 29, which is why Beto O'Rourke won Tarrant County. It was the first time Tarrant County turned blue.
She also says that over 4,000 Latinos and Latinas in the U.S. turn 18 every day.
That's a lot of votes if you can register them and get them to the polls.
I really believe that when we do come together and we do mobilize and get us out to vote, we can make an impact.